Hi guys, it's Mary from Stamps-N-Lingers, and it is Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. So it's been a minute since we've done a Facebook Live video. I'm hoping people were able to join today because we're going to make a fun little Christmas card. It's Christmas in July. I just made that up. It's really catchy, isn't it? I think it's going to catch on, actually. So hang on just a second and let me check over to the left to be sure we're transmitting. Hi, Jean. Glad to see you. Appreciate you coming. Hope you're having a good weekend and not just melting. I looked at my weather app today on my phone and it said it feels like a sauna outside, which I thought was extremely appropriate. Hey, Sue. Hi, Mary. Glad you could join. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jean. It's good to be home. Trying to get back into the swing of things a little bit. My body is finally starting to understand what time zone it's in and that we're not on a ship anymore. The first couple of days, boy. Whew. Hey, Jean. The here didn't work. Okay. Oh, dear. Okay, well, I'll have to fix that. Sorry. Hi, Faith. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Linda. Glad you could join tonight. Hi, Barbara. Yeah, Gene, the trip was crazy. It was absolutely a once in a lifetime kind of a thing. I don't know if I'll ever get to go back to Italy. I kind of hope I do. It was, my friend said, you know, in many countries, a 300-year-old house is considered, old. He's from Russia, and so in St. Petersburg, a 300-year-old house was kind of considered new, but in Rome, that it was just brand new. So I think I screwed that up. Basically, a 300-year-old house in Rome is considered a new house. So, you know, you're walking along and you're by this century's worth of buildings and modern, and then there's this huge wall that was built a couple of thousand years ago, and it's all just right there intermingled. I suppose you get used to it if you live there, but for us, it always took us aback a little bit, and it was really, really quite interesting. We had a couple of really great tours in Rome, and then Greece was spectacular. Santorini, if you ever get a chance to go to Greece and they say go to one place, you can only go to one place, pick Santorini. It was absolutely spectacular. So, hey, Jenny. Hi, Peggy. Yeah, Greece was really interesting. I had expected all of the feral cats walking around because my brother had warned me about it because he knows how I feel about that. But it was a little hard. But everybody there just kind of takes care of them routinely. They put water and food out for them, and they're just part of the landscape. And so all of the cats I saw looked pretty healthy and quite happy with their lots and lives. I was a little amazed at the people who petted them. I'm like, you know, thinking rabies shots aren't in the books for these dudes. So if they bite you because they didn't want to be petted, you're kind of shit out of luck, you know. So anyway, but anywho, it was great. Was the chocolate on the ship low calorie? Oh, absolutely. It turns out we were outside of the 25-mile range of any country, so we were in international waters, and the rule applies that if you're in international waters, all calories, particularly chocolate, don't exist. So I did, in fact, you know, take advantage of the chocolate buffet. Even though we were already so stuffed from dinner, we couldn't stand ourselves. We kind of made ourselves a little sick on that. Jeannie, you are using the generator. Uh-oh, you guys having some storms, huh? Or is it just the heat? I'm not sure. I'm going to get a drink. I'm already yakking too much, I can tell. All right. So let us go ahead and get started. She looks like a chocolate block. Yeah, it's true. I ate a lot of chocolate. I'm not going to lie. Mostly in the form of gelato. It turns out dark chocolate gelato is a thing in Rome. And you can pair that so you can get a scoop of dark chocolate and a scoop of strawberry, which is an awesome, wonderfully awesome combination. Or you could get a scoop of dark chocolate and a scoop of mango, also quite wonderful. Or dark chocolate and a scoop of Bailey's. Are you seeing a trend here? Put dark chocolate with almost anything and it is quite yummo. All right. Hey, Barbara, you guys are in a storm too. All right. Chocolate covered ginger. That sounds wonderful. Well, okay, chocolate and anything is wonderful. Okay, we're going to get started before our folks with the storms lose their power. So we're going to do two things. I'm going to make a quick and easy little card, a Christmas card for you using the new Most Wonderful Time product medley. This is one of the cool items in the 2019 holiday catalog, and it's awesome. Let me show you some of the pieces and parts. So you remember what a product medley is. It's got a bunch of elements like stamp sets, a Most Wonderful Time stamp set. It has a die set that matches, and you can see that the tree cuts out this tree, and then you have a die to cut out the small tree and your presents and the sentiment, so that's kind of fun. And then it's got all sorts of other elements, like this golden white tinsel ribbon. We're going to use that tonight. It's got some gold stars that are stickum. We've got some stickers that are stickum-ish, because you can tell because they are called stickers. And we've got some holly leaves and some stars and some deer and some candy canes and sentiments. And we're going to use a couple of those. And then we've got this pretty DSP. Look how pretty this is. You've got 3 or 4 patterns that are all double-sided. You can see how the patterns are double-sided, and they're fun. One side is all matte and the other has gold foil accents, so that is fun. We're going to use a couple of those. So remember, with a product medley, you have kind of the special things. You've got a stamp set, you have a die set, you've got accessories, and then you bring to the table the adhesives and the basic cardstocks and your scissors and your blocks and those kinds of things. So you bring the staples to the party, and the product medley provides the extras. So let me show you these other little things right here. Sorry. These are some perfectly sized card fronts with gold accents. You got stars, stripes, and larger stars, kind of Christmassy stars. So I would expect to see a few cards made with this medley in the future. All right, so let's start. Let me pull out a couple of pieces of paper here. Which ones did I like? We're gonna try. And then I'm going to use a punch that is not part of the medley, but I think you're gonna like it a lot. Yes, the stamps, you're gonna like the stamps, Tanya. I'm pretty certain you're gonna like the stamps. They're really fun. The sentiments, there's not as many different kinds of sentiments as you might see in another set, but I like the font pretty nicely, and the trees are great. I love that you can you can cut the trees out with the dies, and then the 2 steps for these, the presents are fun. So I think you'll like it. Okay, so here's my paper. Let's set this aside for now. And then I've got some Real Red and Old Olive cardstock, because Real Red and Old Olive are the colors that coordinate, and a little bit of Whisper White. So it's a very simple little card. Oh, let me show you this this punch. This is the new tree punch. And what I love about that, hi Janet, glad you could join. Hey Rebecca, yeah, this is a great set. Stop being a tease. I know. We're gonna be we'll keep going, but I do have some other teasers for you. So, but look at this punch. You remember we used to have a tree punch that was just a triangle? And it was kind of fun, but this one has boughs, and I love that. Love it. This is part of the plaid set that I'm gonna show you here in just a minute. Once we get going, it's part of the Perfectly Plaid suite in the new catalog. Okay, so let me set this aside. The first thing I'm going to do is take a piece of my Whisper White, and we're going to adhere it to its Old Olive matte. Really easy. I liked this. I thought for a while about trying to do some embossing on this, and I decided to really just leave it smooth and plain. Thank you, Donna. Appreciate that. Yeah, Kim, the tree punch is really quite wonderful. And there's a plaid paper coming that's part of that perfectly plaid set. And I can't show it to you because I don't have it, and I'm not allowed to show you the inside of the catalog, darn the luck. Because otherwise I totally would, and you would be all excited, and it would be an even worse tease than what I'm already doing. But soon, very soon, we'll be able to get the catalogs out to you. In fact, if you have placed an order with me in the last, year or so, you're on my list to get a catalog, and I will be ordering those shortly on the 1st of August, and as soon as I get those in, I'll be sending them out. So if you haven't placed an order with me recently, go ahead, get you a $50 order in, and you will get on my list, and I'll send you this catalog right away. Jenny, yes, this is in the new Christmas catalog. Yes, ma'am. Mary, if you go to the Stamp and Storage website, they have a perfectly wonderful set, a very great punch holder that you can use. All right, I'm going to stop yakking and get busy. I've apparently lost my ability to do this, so you'll have to bear with me. So I'm going to use some of this gold and white tinsel ribbon that is in the medley, and I'm going to use a glue dot to adhere it to the card front in the back like that. And we'll cut this and get another glue dot going to stick it on with. I probably ought to actually pick up the glue dot. There we go. Okay, so easy peasy, nice and squeezy. And then I'm going to use my new tree punch, and I'm going to cut 3 trees. I'm going to cut 2 from the striped paper. I love this striped paper. It's real old-fashioned to me. I like this. The real red and the old olive go together and create a nice old-fashioned look to me. And then I'm going to use this fun little candy cane paper to punch a 3rd one. And this is just so easy, you guys. It's crazy. Now, I'm going to show you a little trick for lining things up. I used my, let me put some dimensionals on here first. Hang on just a sec. All right, so I know that I'm going to straddle my ribbon, so I'm going to put a dimensional near the top and then down here at the bottom so that I can straddle it and not have a dimensional in the way. All right, so only 3 dimensionals in each. Yes, ma'am, Jenny. That is one of the benefits of being a demonstrator, which is a very nice segue. If any of you are out there wanting this way quicker than the 4th of September, you have 2 options. You could join right now. You know, we've got the extra special going on right now. And what is the extra special? Well, glad you asked. Between now and the end of August, if you join Stampin' Up, you pay your $99 starter kit price, which is usual. But instead of only getting $125 worth, you get $155 worth of goodies. So you get an extra $30. And then in your next first month, you will get a $5 coupon to spend on anything you want. And it could even be a $10 one, couldn't it? I think I should double check my numbers here. Come on, Mary, double check your numbers. Don't be telling them lies. Don't. It's a $10 coupon. It's even better than I said. It's a $10 coupon. So you're going to join, and then the following month you'll get another $10 coupon for your first order. So how cool is that? But what I was trying to say is you can either do that now, and then you can pre-order with the rest of us on the 1st of August and buy all of the goodies you like out of the holiday catalog with your 20% discount. Or wait one, you could actually wait until the 1st of August to join. The extra special will still be going on. And you can pick from the catalog, the new catalog, to fill your starter kit. So you could actually pick $155 worth of goodies from the new catalog to create your starter kit. So if that sounds good to you, and why wouldn't it, give me a holler. You can check it out. I have a page about being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator on my blog. It's the Join My Team page. I would love to have you on the team. Okay, now I just did something I didn't want to do because I was yakking instead of paying attention. So guess what skill goes away quickest when you don't use it? Yes, that's correct, Facebook Lives. Okay, I was going to show you about lining these up. You can see on my sample that I have the two striped ones set aside, and then I've put the candy cane tree over the top. Here's how I did this. I lined my card up with the lines on my grid paper, and then I actually counted over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from that end, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from that end, and I lined the top of the tree up with that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but not that one. I want one of these. So this is how I got my two striped trees equally distant from the side of my card. Okay, so let me show you that again. So you can see I've put the corner right against one of the grid lines. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I just lined the top of the tree up with that grid line and then made him as straight as my Mark 1 eyeball could do. And then we'll do the same for the other one. It is easy. It's very easy, Mary. I promise you. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just line the top of the tree up, bring it down, and get it as aligned this way with the other tree as you can. And if it isn't perfect, so what? It won't matter. It's a card. It's supposed to be fun. All right, and then we're going to take the third one and just kind of eyeball it and center it between these two. And done. Easy and also peasy. There. And your trees are done, right? All right. So next up, we're going to make our sentiment. And Stampin' Up! Has provided us with some lovely little sentiment stickers. We're going to stamp the sentiment, one of the sentiment stickers, say that 12 times or even twice fast. We're going to stamp that with Oh Christmas Tree. And this is a photopolymer set, so it's pretty easy to line up. Alrighty. My problem is I've got a little too much stuffage on my desk here. We'll use a block, and then we're going to use our tuxedo black. Thank you, Tanya. Donna, lining it up from the bottom works just the same as well. Whatever works for you, find the technique. All right, so we're going to use Oh Christmas Tree and one of these little sentiment stickers. And get it as straight as you can. Give it a press. Hold it for a few beats. And there we go. Okay, now here is another trick. But these are stickers, and I don't want it to be sticky because I want to pop it onto my trees with Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'm going to take my embossing buddy, and I'm going to embossy buddy-ite it until that powder takes away the stickiness on the back. And if you can get some cat and Australian Shepherd hair on it at the same time, you get extra credit. I get extra credit because I have cat and Australian Shepherd hair on it. All right, so after that is done, then this is not nearly as sticky, which makes it much easier to pop up with your dimensionals. Otherwise, it runs the risk of getting stuck down inappropriately in inappropriate places, and you don't want that. Nobody wants inappropriately stuck down sentiments, do they? No, of course not. That would be crazy. All right. Oops. You do have to actually stick the sticky side down, it turns out. All right. And then we're just going to pop that over the top of our trees. And we're going to line that up. Thanks. All right. Oh, I just flung a dimensional off. Where did it go? Where did it go, dimensional? Come back to me. Okay, I'll use a new one. I'll use a new dimensional. All right. And we're just going to line it up kind of in the middle, about even with my ribbon, and about equally side to side on the trees. There we go. Give that a little push and done. Okay, now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bow in public, and that's just never a good thing, so bear with me. Y'all are about to see how really not good at this I am. Okay, here we go. Stick that under there like that. Come on, da mama. Alrighty. I gotta say, I'm kind of missing the gelato. I really kind of am. It's true. Missing the gelato already. I thought about buying some Talenti gelato, but I'm afraid I would be disappointed. And also, since I'm not on a ship, all the calories would count. So I guess it's time to go back to being good. Time to go back to being good. All I did was stick that under there, and I'm just gonna I wrapped it around, and I'm just gonna tie a little sloppy bow. Yes, I am bow challenged, Karen. Very bow challenged. But this tinsel's kind of fun, and I don't need it to be perfect. It's all curly-fied anyway, so that's good. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I want it to look all sloppy like that. See? Looks like one of those, you know, that ribbon that you know, where you take the scissors and you go like that and make it curly. It looks just like that, and I meant for it to. Ha! All right. What is that right there? What is that? A little piece of plastic or something. There. Oh, it's the part of the tinsel, dork. All right, so there's the card front. That's all there is to that. And on the inside, this is what we're going to do here. Oh, I know what I almost forgot. Was little stars. The top of a tree has to have a star. Gotta have a star. Come on, Mary. Gotta have a star. So I'm going to put some stars there on each of the trees. No Christmas tree is complete without a star on top. That is a rule. Well, I use a little Santa thing, but that's not important right now. Okay, there we go. Stars on the top. Now, on the inside, I am going to take the pretty big tree from Most Wonderful Time, and we're going to stamp it in Old Olive. Now, yeah, I like my bow maker too, and I would use it, except you can't. It's really hard to use it if you're wrapping right onto the card. So, all right. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm using Old Olive, and I'm inking it up, and I'm going to stamp it off twice. 1, 2. And then I'm going to stamp it in the middle of the card on the third go. Okay? And then we're going to put a sentiment over the top. Yeah, the little stars are darling. Darling, darling, darling. And they give you a bunch of them, so that is fun. I'm going to use my Stamp-Opotamus here. And let's get another sentiment. We should find the stamp set. Here we go. Now, let me show you another little trick that I learned from my friend Sue. So, you know how I've been using the acetate from my Stamp-A-Majig? Well, in case you don't have one, here's another way to do. What I have here is the Deluxe Stamparatus mat. It's a foam mat, and this grid is laminated right on it, and it's kind of... it's smooth, so you can ink on it and wipe it off, and ink on it and wipe it off. Okay, so that's what I've got under there. So I'm laying my card panel, and I'm going to lay my sentiment kind of right where I want it. And I do this even with even with photopolymers, because I can almost always mess it up. Okay, so I've got my alignment on there, and then I'm just gonna ink my stamp, and then you can see, can you see? I think you can see. You can use the grid lines right on the mat to check that you're straight and not cattywampus, all right? And that one looks pretty good, so I'm going to wipe that off and put my card back in and ink my sentiment. There we go. All right, we'll set that aside and wipe this off. Make sure that's good and clean. All right, set that over there. And then we're going to mat it up and put it in our real red. But first I'm going to close that ink pad or I will have black ink everywhere. Where did I get the laminated grid paper? It's in the new annual catalog. And it's got foam, so it gives you that foam advantage that you need, especially when you're doing photopolymers. Okay. And we're going to put it on its old olive mat. All right, I've got cat hair everywhere. I bought this horse glove. You put it on, it's kind of rubbery, and it's got nubs on both sides, and I used it tonight to brush my cat. And at first, she really kind of hated it and ran away every time I looked at her, and then she realized how good it felt. So then I was able to brush her with that thing, and I got pretty much an entire new cat. And apparently I have cat hair everywhere on me, so it's kind of like all over the place. That's okay. Okay. And then we're going to put some dimensionals on our card front here and pop them onto the card base. And that's a real red card base. As I said, real red, old olive, whisper white, and gold are kind of the coordinating colors. Not kind of, they totally are the coordinating colors in the product medley. I love old olive and red. That's such a nice traditional, kind of old-fashioned look. What's old is new again. All right. So this was kind of a big day, right? Kind of a big 50th anniversary of kind of a big deal. I'm assuming all of you believe that the moon landing was real, because it was. All right, there we go. So there's our card. And I think it's kind of cute. I love this punch. I love the paper, and I love the simplicity of this card. So it's very, very awesome. All right, now let me, quick like a bunya, make us a envelope. And it's real easy. I'm just going to stamp a tree on the front. Oops, I better cover that. I'm going to stamp the tree on the front, and we're going to use full strength old olive ink. All right. Thanks, guys. I think it's cute. And we'll put this on the front. Like that. And I'm actually going to use a star on the front of my envelope. Here's kind of my theory. It will actually probably make it through the mail just fine. And if it doesn't, it gets ripped off, nobody will know the difference, right? Okay. Now, I'm going to use my stripy paper on the envelope flap. And once we get this done, I'll just give you a quick look-see at the other things that we brought home new catalog-wise from the cruise. because on top of all of the wonderful places we went and the massive amounts of food we ate, we got tons and tons of free stuff from Stampin' Up, and it was awesome. Really fun. We always had the pillow gift when we got in at night, so a couple of nights we'd have these little cute animals made out of towels and a pillow gift. All right, okay. And there is our card. What you think? Do you like? Do you like it? Do you like it? I hope you like it. I hope you like it. Hey, Mikey, I hope you like it. All right. Now, let's set that aside. Oh, I was going to show you. On my sample, you'll see I put the small tree on here. Can you guess why I did that? Anybody? Anyone? Oh, how cool. Your dad was the vice president in charge of the Grumman lab that did all the experiments. Oh, how cool. And yes, Patty, it would look good. I would probably use the subtlety. That would be as much embossed as I would do on this. That's really cool, Sue. I bet he had some wonderful, wonderful stories. Yes, ma'am, Rebecca. It was a smudge. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So I didn't smudge this one, so we're not going to add it. Although I kind of like it, but we're not going to do it. Okay, let me set that aside. Just let me get some of this out of the way, because otherwise it's going to be just cats sleeping with dogs. It's going to be horrible. All right. Now, let's see. What have I got? Okay, first off, I have some paper. Well, first off, let's look at the front of the catalog. I can show you the front of the catalog. What do we see here? There's a bunch of things that we see. We see some snowmen. I'm going to stand up so I can see what I'm showing you. You see these little snow people right here? Yeah, there's a wonderful little set whose name I don't have memorized right now, but it's a snowman set, and there is a snowman embellishment kit. And in the kit are these adorable felt embellishments. So you've got little mittens and a little hat and a little scarf. And then there's also, these are enamel dots, black coal eyes, and a carrot nose. And then it's got the to from, and it's got this adorable paper in that suite. How cute is that? And then what do my wondering eyes appear? Look at that. It's a curvy keepsake box. Now this one, I believe, is a little smaller than the previous version, but it's back. The curvy keepsake box is back. So if this was something that you've really missed, get ready, because back on the 4th of September or earlier, if you're a demonstrator or joining, then you can get that. Now, we've also got the Toile Tidings suite, which is this whole group, which includes this gorgeous, distinctive stamp cardinal. How beautiful is he? Now this one, I believe all they've done here is stamped him in real red or cherry cobbler, and then used their blender pens and the Stampin' Blends to color him. How gorgeous is he? Let me show you the paper that goes with that set. And what's fun is there's DSP, so the traditional 12 by 12 with kind of the heavier weight, and there's also wrapping paper, and it is 2 feet by 3 feet and thinner, so you can actually wrap. So think how cool it would be to have packages wrapped in this beautiful toile in red, real red and garden green, and then matching cards. How pretty is that? Okay, so each of the sets is the same design on both sides. One side is in garden green and the other in real red. So you've got that one toile, and you can tell it's a little hard to see the differences in the toile designs, but this one has the horse and sleigh and a church. And then you've got a nice buffalo plaid check in garden green and real red. Another toile design, this one has a deer and some kids building snowmen. Again, in the 2 colors. Then we've got a more woodsy design with deer and foxes and bears and pine trees. Isn't that pretty? And then the last Next design is some woodland, so twigs and boughs and leaves and berries. And finally, we have a lovely ticking stripe. All right, so that is the Toile set. This paper is called Toile Tidings Designer Series paper, and then there's the Toile Tidings gift wrap paper. It does look very much like Courier Knives, very much like Courier Knives. Really, really pretty. I wish I could show you the inside of the catalog so you could see the rest of the goodies. All right, and then here is the stamp set that goes with that. You can see it's got really fun sentiments. I like these fonts a lot. Christmas wishes, may your days be merry and bright, for you with love, and then may this season be filled with beautiful moments and happy memories for you and those you hold most dear. Real pretty stamp set that goes with that. All right, now, Perfectly Plaid. I do not have the paper that goes with this, but guess what it looks like? Check it. It's plaid. Jean, there were, I want to say, around 400 Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, and then their families. We bumped up. We were, I think the number was up around 1,000 folks were Stampin' Up! Or Stampin' Up! Adjacent. So it was about half of the ship, really. Okay, this is Perfectly Plaid, and it is it's part of the same suite as the Tree Punch. And you can see these wonderful little trees that the tree punches out. And then you've got a stamped plaid tree. That'll be fun to play with. There. And a couple more fun little sentiments. Hoping your busy year comes together in Christmas cheer. North Pole delivery. Merry Christmas. May the season be wrapped in love and joy. And the ubiquitous ho, ho, ho. Or oh, oh, oh. Okay, so that's Perfectly Plaid. I'm really anxious to get the paper. Look at that pine cone. How cute is that? So cute. Okay, let me set that aside. All right, here's another. This is an all sentiment stamp set. This is Itty Bitty Christmas. And it has a ton of sentiments, which makes sense since it's a sentiment stamp set. What colors are the DSP sheets? For the Toile or for the plaid? Mary, which one are you looking for? This one's got a lot. Thinking of you at Christmas, have a sugar sprinkled season, no peeking till Christmas, blessed Christmas wishes, lots of love. I like that one with the curved set like that. So this is fun, and these are all, as it says, itty bitty, so they will go on your card. Hang on, Mary, and I will, as soon as I get through here, I will open the catalog where you can't see it and let you know what the colors are. Hang on just a second. All right, and then we have tags. This is fun. It has a die set that goes with it, and that is what's cool about this. You can see is these stamps are all hooked together. So you stamp 3, you stamp 3, you stamp 3, and then the die set actually cuts those 3 tags out all at once. So you get a bunch of tags really quick. And it's got tags for Halloween. See, it says it's all about the candy. Happy Boo from me to you, sending a Halloween hello. And it has Valentine tags. I love you more. You are excellent. And be mine. And then finally it's got some Christmas tags. Bring on the merry. Express your elf. And season's greetings. So you've got Halloween, Valentine's, and Christmas all in one set, which is very, very versatile and a really useful set to have. Okay, couple more DSPs to show you. This one is going to be a heavy favorite, I think. In fact, you may see a card on Monday where I use this. This is the Come Together Designer Series paper. So this is your fall paper, one of the fall papers. And you can see it's, let's see, what are the colors? We've got Cajun Craze, Early Espresso, Mary Merlot, Mint Macaron, Pear Pizzazz, Pretty Peacock, and Whisper White. All right, so let's take a look at these. You can see I've been in these. All right, look at that. Isn't that fun? All right, and this one has, I like this. This is very on trend with the teal colors and the creamy pumpkins. And then on the other side, You've got a very nice fall design. We've got some feathers in Pretty Peacock with a really wild plaid, but I'm going to show you a card on Monday where I use that plaid, and it's fine. You maybe don't want the whole front of your card in it unless you're into that kind of psychedelic colors, but with some elements using it, it's really kind of nice. And then you've got a nice check in the Pretty Peacock, and on the other side is a different pumpkin design. See, same kind of design roughly, but with a whole different color scheme, so you can change everything up just by changing the DSP. Let's see, here's the feathers again. I did a really great job dividing this up, didn't I? Here's one with leaves in Pretty Peacock, and then just a nice ticking stripe on the back. But if you look, I think you can see that there is white foliage behind that. So you get a lot of good texture here, which is fun. All right, let me see what else I haven't shown you. I've shown you those. I think I showed you this. No, yeah, I did. This is the design that's on the other side of the wood. Very nice little subtle neutral in early espresso with the white dots. And then some real fall colories, Blackberry Bliss looking colors, and the Mary Merlot and Cajun Craze. Isn't that pretty? All right, so that is the Come Together Designer Series paper. Let me stick this back in here. I'm trying to make you think I'm very organized, but as I'm sure you're aware, I am so not. Okay, and here's the last DSP that I have. This is not so much DSP as it is Mercury Glass Designer Acetate. Yeah, Tanya, this is a good catalog, and I am grateful for my discount every time. So look at this. This looks like, do you know what Mercury glass looks like? It's kind of an old-fashioned glass. You see it in old mirrors, sometimes on lantern globes, and it's clear, but it's got like a silver tarnishing almost on it. And so that is what this is representing, which would make some fun accents on a card. And there's two designs in here. There's the more solid one, and then you've got this one. I think you can see that pretty good. So it'll be interesting to see what folks are making with this, and I've got some ideas brewing, but I have not used it quite yet. All right, so I've gone through the stamp sets. I've got a couple of embellishments. These are the brightly gleaming foil elements with stars and little fleur-de-lis doodles. And then, can you see this is leaves? And these are non-stickum, so I'm pretty certain. Let me double check that. I said that, and then I thought, you better double check that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're non-stickum. Yeah. So they're just punched out die cuts. Yes, Tanya, the old stuff, it's time for it to go. And then you've got some copper star elements. I love these. I'm kind of a fan of copper, so these are really fun for me. And then look here. This is the Come Together Ribbon Combo Pack. It goes with the Come Together DSP with the pumpkins and the foliage. Look at these two. This is Cajun Craze linen thread. Yes, please. I'll take more. Much, much more. And then you've got a real pretty ribbon here. Let me undo it so you can see. Guess I should have done this ahead of time. There we go. All right. It's got a satiny edge and then a woven center. And it's the same on both sides, which is nice. It's got a really nice hand. I think it's going to make some nice bows, especially if you've got a bow maker. Just saying. But I like it when ribbon has the same on both sides. That makes my bow making adventures much, much easier to do. Yeah, this has got a good drape to it. So it's going to drape like a bow, which I really like. So this comes in a combo pack, which is fun. All right, let me set this aside, and then I'm going to, without revealing the inside, because I will get in trouble from the compliance police, let me double check. Okay, so the plaid. Oh, you guys, one of the prettiest sets in the whole book is the Feels Like Frost Suite. I cannot wait for you to see the DSP. I know I'm being a tease. It's terrible, isn't it? It's just terrible. I'm sorry, but you're going to love it so much. All right, let me find the plaid set. Come on now. There's so many good things I can hardly stand it. Fortunately or unfortunately, usually for the pre-order, you can pick everything and anything out of the catalog, which is great, but not so great. All right, so Mary, the wrapped in plaid suite. The colors that go with that are cherry cobbler, gold, night of navy, shaded spruce, and whisper white. And the way they have this paper is one side is plaid, and the other side is a different kind of Christmassy design. So I see one design that's got holly leaves and berries. I've got one side that's got Christmas stockings. One side has shaded spruce pine cones, Christmas trees. I see some stars. I see some reindeer and some cherry cobbler trees. I see polka dots. So this is going to be a nice set of DSP. All right. Let's see, what else can I tell you about? Oh, look here. I can show you the back of the catalog. All right, let's see. This paper right here, that is the wrapped in plaid paper. There we go. Oh, the DSP, the dimensional cover is not part of the catalog. All right, let's see what else we can see here. Okay, here we have some rhinestones, new rhinestones in Christmas colors. You can see this card was made with the wrapped in plaid as the background, and then that stamped Christmas tree plaid cut out. We've got some new ruched real red ribbon. Let's see, no, and that's the polka dot ribbon that we've already got. All right. Let's see if I can see anything else to show you on the front here. Oh, I was going to tell you, hang on a second, let me tell you what that stamp set is, the snowman set, just a second. That way you can, oh, and there's a really cute little set called Christmas Crowd that's got Santa and his reindeer and a bear and some snowmen and elves, and it is adorable. I know somebody had asked me if there were cute sets, and there definitely are. The Let It Snow Suite, that is what this set is. This is called the Let It Snow Suite with the snowmen and that pretty paper with the pool party and real red color scheme, and then that adorable snowman embellishment kit, and the curvy keepsake is in that suite as well. All right, I think that's all I have to show you. I was looking around to see if I saw anything that I've missed, but I don't think I have. Do you guys have any other oh, I'm so goofy. Look at this. This is the Apple Builder Punch, but what's fun about it is the stamp set that goes with it called, wait a minute. Gosh, I can't believe I almost missed that to tell you about. Good Lord. Oh, you guys, there's a stamp set called Merry Moose, and it has a moose punch. There is a punch that punches out a moose. Okay? Yes. It is awesome. Is there a Christmas card kit? Okay, hang on just a second. All right, I've got two questions. So let me get to the Apple thing just a second, and then I will answer those other questions. I promise I will answer all questions. All questions will be answered. Okay, this punch right here is part of the Harvest Hellos bundle. And the stamp set that goes with it will create both pumpkins and apples. So what you do is you basically see the stem. If you put the stem one direction, it looks like an apple. If you put it the other direction, it looks like a pumpkin. How cool is that? And it's got a little leaf. Awesome. My card on Monday is going to use this punch, and I think you're going to like it, just saying. Okay, now, what are my questions? Okay, first off, religious sets. Let me see. I believe there were 3 or 4. Let me find them, and I will tell you some names so that you'll be ready for them. Probably not going to be back in Halloween. Oh, and there are some adorable Halloween kits this year. I know there's mixed emotions about Halloween kits, but some of the stamp sets are adorable. And we have googly eyes. I'm just saying, we have stick-on googly eyes in colors, and they are adorable. Okay, so religious sets. Yes, we have those. We have one that's called Shine Bright, and it's got a lovely Christmas tree image and a star and a pine bough with a bow, and there's a big sentiment that is peace on earth. It's got joy to all, Christmas begins with love, and the stars were brightly shining. That's one. Then we have one called God's Peace, and it's beautiful. It has the main focal image is a poinsettia plant with pine boughs around it and a ribbon wrapped through it. And then 3 candles with the halos. You know how they do. Hang on a second. I'm going to show you my artwork. Okay, so the candles are like you kind of see like that, where they've got the and the candles are much better. They show like wax on them, so they're real pretty. That doesn't look good. Do not turn me in. Okay. The sentiments in that one are fun. It says, or not fun, they're pretty. They're very nice. May you feel the glow of God's peace this Christmas, sending love and light your way. Love makes all things beautiful. And then a really nice sentiment is, fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. Luke 2:10-11. And that's in a gorgeous scripty font. So that's going to be a really nice religious set. And then there is the Light and Peace set. And it has a shepherd in the field with the Star of Bethlehem over it. And he's got his sheep around him. And then there's a lovely angel, really pretty angel image. And then the sentiments there are glory to God in the highest. Luke 2:14, may this Christmas bring you light and peace and Christmas blessings. So I think there is, those 3 sets are very, very nice religious sets. All right, let's see. Also, card kit. We had the card kit question. Okay, so there are actually a couple of kits. You've got the product medley where you bring your cardstock. We've got the Joy of Giving tag kit, which makes gift tags and is really nice. It has a fun box that comes with it. It'll make 30 tags, and it's all inclusive. So that means you get a stamp set, you get an ink dot, and in this case it's a Poppy Parade spot. You get an acrylic block. So what a wonderful gift that would be to someone who maybe isn't a stamper, but it would be a great way to introduce them to stamping. So that one is there. It's the Joy of Giving tag kit. Now, one that I think is going to be fun, and I'm going to get it right off the bat, and we might do a Facebook Live event with this one, I think. I'm trying to think of something to do with it. It's a Christmas countdown project kit, and it's essentially an advent calendar, and it's got a main size box, and then there are 25 small boxes that you decorate the front of with the stamp set, the Christmas countdown stamp set that you buy separately. And then you can pull those out and put a little gift or a chocolate. I would go with chocolate because, chocolate. Put a little gift in everything, and then you've got your Advent kit going. So there's that. And then you just keep scrolling through. I don't think there are any card kits per se, but we do have a very, very good Memories and More card kit, card pack. It's the Night Before Christmas Memories and More card pack, and it has matching envelopes and note cards, which are great. They're really cool. They are cherry cobbler and poppy parade and very vanilla, and the envelopes have candy cane stripes around the edge, and then the note cards have like this framelit of white stars on it. So it's really fun. I think it's going to be cute, and I simply can't wait for you to get this catalog, y'all. It is, I'm sorry to say, every catalog, oh, here it is. It's called #Elfie, is adorable. It is an adorable stamp set. There's a playful penguin stamp set with distinctive, penguins, as you might imagine from the name of the stamp set. Any new blends? I did not see any new blends, Jean, in this catalog, but let me make one swoop through. You never know what I've missed. Let me see what else I can tell you about. We've got some gold mini pizza boxes, so if you like to do gifts for Christmas, it's really, really cool. Gold mini, and peaceful boughs. You guys know how I feel about pine trees and pine cones and pine boughs, right? Well, we have a new pine boughs bundle. It's called Peaceful Boughs, and it's got wonderful sentiments and pine cones and pine boughs, and then one of the coolest bough dies I've ever seen. I can't wait. I just can't wait. Oh, we don't have blends, Jean, but we have metallic ink. We have Delicata metallic inks in copper, gold, and silver. So those are going to be fun to play with, I believe. And they all have a refill, so you'll be able to keep those going for a long time. We have a Snowman Builder punch. That's in the Let It Snow suite. And we have a new embossing folder. It's the Winter Knit 3D embossing folder. That's very pretty. Looks like different from the cable knit embossing folder from previous times. This one has like quilt flowers in it. Let's see what else. Love the Night Before Christmas suite. Love the Merry Moose suite. We have a new embossing folder called Hammered Metal, and it is supposed to look like, hammered metal, like you'd hammered metal, like the sides of a pot. And then there's some Gleaming Ornaments punch pack where you get two. I'm a dork. I actually have that pack. Hang on a second. There's a suite that's called. It's the Brightly Gleaming suite, and you have these punches that punch out ornament shapes. You can see them like that. So it's a 2-pack. You get the 2-pack, and that is actually bundled with the Christmas Gleaming stamp set, which has, let's see, it has got ornaments, as you might imagine, and some plaid, and a sentiment that's Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly. And then the inside sentiment is, and be jolly this season. So that's fun. And the Brightly Gleaming Specialty DSP is all copper and mossy meadow and night of navy, pretty peacock, and very vanilla. So very, very elegant paper. I think you will like it. Now, there's a fun new thing out, and I'm not sure how this is going to work because I haven't had a chance to get it yet, but it is called the Cup of Christmas, and these are photopolymer stamps that you can stamp one direction, clean off the stamp, turn the stamp over, and stamp again. So you'll get a mirror image with a mirror image design. So I'm anxious to get that. I will be telling you how that works as soon as I can get it. I already have the dies for it. That's what this looks like. So you can see it cuts out cups, mugs, and some candy canes and holly leaves, and some decorations for the front of your mugs. Cute. And tags. I like the little tags. All right. We have some new decorative masks, in case you like masks. One of them is woodland, so it looks like a grove of trees, like the woodland embossing folder, but it's a mask, so you could sponge your woodland background, or you could use embossing paste, whichever you liked. And it's got some stars and kind of a Florentine filigree looking design, and then something that kind of looks like stylized wheat sheaves. That's the way to say that. Stylized wheat sheaves. Yeah. So those will be fun. Talked about the Joy of Giving tag kit. Countdown to Christmas. There's a real fun bundle called Still Scenes. Still, S-T-I-L-L, and then Scenes, S-C-E-N-E-S. And it makes snow globes. And one of the new accessories are snow globe shaker domes. And they showed us these, and they are literally clear acetate domes with an adhesive around the edge. You can pick up the adhesive and put it down on your card and create a snow globe shaker right on the front of your card. That one's going to be fun. And it has a darling die set that goes with it and really, really cute images. So it's going to be fun to make snow globes this year. Do you guys like the waterfront stamp set? You know that one? Hang on a second. This stamp set that is in the current catalog. Well, there's the winter equivalent called Snowfront. So it's got some ponds that look like they could be icy ponds, and some lines that will make roads, and a cabin with smoke coming out of the chimney, and several images with pine trees and some deer. So that one is fun. If you like ice skating, we've got the detailed dies, the free skate bundle that has a stamp set and dies that cut out skates and pine boughs and some laces, and that's kind of cute. We already talked about the Come to Gather suite, which has the gathered leaves dies. So more dies, and they cut leaves and cut and emboss at the same time. So you can emboss veins into your cardstock and get really highly textured leaves just with one swoop, as it were, a swoop. All right. Let's see. Then we have Halloween has some very fun. Any tropical Christmas? Nope, no tropicals, Peggy, not this time. The Monster Bash suite is too adorable. The die set cuts out images from the DSP and images from the stamp set. We've got coffin treat boxes already cut, so you just have to put them together. They're black, as you might imagine, and they're little boxes shaped like coffins that are adorable. We've got a cute Wicked set. It's the Wonderfully Wicked bundle, and it cuts out the word Wicked. It truly looks like the font that they used in the Broadway musical title. And it's cool. And there's black Stampin' Dimensionals. I know I showed you those as one of our pillow gifts. Black Stampin' Dimensionals. Perfect. Faith, yeah, you and me both. If I didn't have that discount, I would be so toast. And then this one is one, I'm just going to have it because it's so silly. It's called Boo to You, and it got these googly-eyed little monster people, and they go with the assorted googly eyes. And we have got assorted googly eyes in crushed curry, grainy apple green, gorgeous grape, and white. And I am not a googly eye kind of girl. I'm just not. But I am so going to have cards with googly eyes on them this year because totally cool. Anything for a summer Christmas? Let me see. What would a summer Christmas look like? Just a second. I don't see a summery Christmas. Amy, do you see any that you thought might be summery? I don't think so. No, this year is mostly, you're going to be cold this year, I fear. Nope, not any. I know you're looking at like the beach happy and those kinds of things like we had in last year's catalog. I'm really not seeing any like that. We do have, for a long time we had the Ronald McDonald House benefit stamp sets in the back of the catalogs, and those went away for a minute, and there was some hue and cry about that, and so we've brought it back. So our Making a Difference stamp set is called Nature's Beauty, and it's very nice. It's got a fox and a deer and a bunny, and then some trees and leaves and grasses. And this one, $3 of the sale of each one of these is going to go towards mental health organizations. So we all know mental health is a big problem right now, and so I think that's going to be a nice, worthy cause. All right, that is kind of like all I can really do right now. I hate it because I really want to show you everything, but I can't. I just can't do it. I can't do it. But what's coming up? Okay, the 1st of August, I can order catalogs, and I will, and then I will be dropping them in the mail and sending them out to all of my current customers. So get yourself on that list. If you're not sure if you are, holler at me and I'll let you know. And that is when the Demonstrator pre-order starts. So if you're a Demonstrator on the 1st of August, get ready, get your credit card ready. Do a lot of stretching, a lot of finger readying. And if you're not a Demonstrator, oh my goodness, I'm going to have a coughing fit. Hang tight. All right, if you're not a Demonstrator, but you'd like to be a Demonstrator and get that Demonstrator discount, who could blame you? Now is a great time to join with the extra joining bonus. You can join now and then join us for the pre-order, or you can join on the 1st of August and use your $155 of product credit to purchase items out of the 2019 holiday catalog. And then, the way that works out is if you join in August, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, you actually have until the end of December. You'll be an active consultant through the end of December if you don't do another thing. If you don't buy one more thing, but you will, because you will. Because if you're here, you love this stuff. So let me know if you're interested in joining. I would love to have you, whether you want to have a business and make a little extra money, or whether you want to be a hobby demo and get that discount and enjoy all of these things for 20 to 25% off. Because who doesn't like to save 20 to 25%? All right, guys, I appreciate it. I hope you had a good time. Finn is doing very well. Gene, thank you for asking. We're tapering off the steroids now. The cough is way, way less. And we're almost done with the antibiotics. So he didn't get to go to the farmer's market today because I was afraid he might still be contagious and everybody brings their dogs. But if we go next week, I think he'll be ready to go. He's much better than he was. Obviously feeling better. So thank you so much for asking. All right, guys, I will see you all next week. Hope to see you through the week on my blog. Bye-bye.